It is probably going to take a little while to get the results from the radiologist.
Well, that's not a problem. Nurse Vivi and I need a little time to coordinate our schedules over the next few months.
Really?
Yeah, I've always wanted to learn how to ride a motorcycle, and Duke offered to teach me.
Oh, nobody knows motorcycles like Duke.
He's giving me the healthcare worker discount.
He's quite the gentleman. Let's get him back to his room.
How would next Saturday be for you, Vivi? Maybe we could have some dinner after.
My kind of girl. She's learning how to ride a motorcycle. The Pitt, it's the HBO show that everyone is talking about and recently won the 2026 Golden Globe for Best Drama.
And if you're not familiar with the premise, each episode follows the hospital workers during a high-pressure shift in the emergency room for 1 hour, and the Rhode Island native plays a part in this medical drama.
So welcome to the Hub today. Dominique Star, a.k.a. Nurse Vivi, here to dish on what she can tell us about, because we are not spoiling the finale. No. We will not do that, we promise.
What has it been like to be part of this show?
An absolute whirlwind. I went into it with very few expectations, as you have to as an actor, and it's been just way better than I could have ever imagined. Yeah.
And like we mentioned, your New England roots, Rhode Island, you grew up here. We have photos of you. We're going to take a look at it. But how would you say New England shaped your career?
I mean, I started out in theater in Providence. I was in All Children's Theater, and then in Warwick I did Fantasy Works, and then in high school I was really involved in my high school's theater scene, and yeah, it just made me who I was and where I am today.
Yeah.
Well, and then before you went to LA and pursued acting, you just took a little side trip to Paris.
A little trip, yeah, a little detour to Paris.
As
for
one does.
Yeah, you just gotta.
What made you decide that you're going to come back to LA and then pursue acting, because you were also a singer?
Right, yeah. So LA, for me, the draw was weather. I didn't want to do winter anymore. Sorry.
Not even this weather today?
Oh, today has been gorgeous.
Okay,
that
great.
is true. But yeah, LA just still had music and acting, which had always been something that I'd been interested in. So going to LA just felt very natural for me. Yeah.
And we were joking off camera, your last name, Star. It really plays into role. But fun fact, your mom is here. She picked your name.
Yes, she created my last name, and you can do that, folks. Yeah.
You can. We're going to change our name later.
Nice. Nice. Do it.
So when you first had the opportunity to audition for this role, what was it about it that was like, oh, this could be really interesting and a fun project?
Absolutely. I loved how funny the lines were. My first episode, I got the comedic moment in the show, which I loved, because as you know, it's a very heavy show, but they have these little interspersed moments of sarcasm and humor and lightness that I think is what helps draw people in and stay there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
We talked about the show being an award-winning show as well. How would you say that has helped you grow as an actor?
Oh my God. Every time I'm on set, it's a master class. I'm working with people who have won Emmys and SAG Awards and all of that. And it's such a supportive and safe environment that you feel comfortable growing. And it's not the kind of place where you feel like anyone is above you or out of your space. Yeah.
Well, and you mentioned that it is such an intense show, right? There's a lot of medical jargon. There's a lot of intense moments. Is it like that on set, or are you guys able to kind of create a little bit of levity?
Absolutely. So the crew and the cast are all kind and humble and warm, and I think that helps us get to a place, because actually filming can be stressful. There's so much choreography. It's such an ensemble piece that everyone needs to be working like an oiled machine, and yeah, everyone is so kind and work together really nicely. Yeah,
I can understand the choreography there, because like sometimes it's like the other nurses are walking and they're like in the back, and I'm like, how are people not running into each other?
It feels it sounds like a real hospital too.
For sure. And the long takes, it's like you have to have a cue for someone who's speaking like 20 seconds from now, so you have to be walking at the right speed in order to hit your mark, in order for them to pass by you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How long are filming days?
Can be up to 12 hours, sometimes a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends.
Well, obviously the show, make sure you watch the season finale, but what are you working on otherwise?
So I have a comedy feature and a comedy short coming out this year. Totally different vibe from the Pit. So yeah, it's nice to have some range coming out.
Give yourself a little break.
Yeah.
Where can people follow you on social media to learn when those are coming out?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram on Dominique Star and TikTok as well. Same, also just my name.
__.
Yeah.
We made sure we
thank you. Yeah, there it is.
We're almost out of time here. What is the one thing that you had to do when you came back to New England?
Oh my gosh, get Italian food.
Ooh.
Eat all of the pasta. Yeah, in Warwick it's called Vanda. Yeah, I'm going there right after this.
We're making a trip to Rhode Island.
Do it. It's so worth it. It's so worth it.
All right. Well, you know the spot.
Yeah.
We so appreciate you coming back and hanging out with us.
Congratulations.
Of course.
Yeah, we're excited for the season finale. You guys can watch tomorrow night at 9 p.m. streaming on HBO. And, of course, follow her on social.
Be a true fan, girl. Thank you for joining us here on The Hub today. We'll be back tomorrow at Barb.